Hello, my fellow chiropractors. Hopefully you guys are having a great morning, a great day, and I appreciate a lot of positive comments on our videos. I thought today I'd talk about that positive impression on a new person. I don't think that can ever be overemphasized is how critical that first impression is, because it creates what they call emotional vesting. It creates that I feel really good about being here. I feel really good about being part of that practice, and it feels good about your staff, and it creates trust, and it creates all those really positive things that are so important. And I think we often forget about. And it's easy because what happens is you get so caught up in the day to day. I mean, especially with all the things we have to do differently right now with COVID, and the what's happening in the world sometimes, and it's easy to get caught up on that. So there's so many other things to get into, morning huddles and all kinds of other stuff that we do. But how to create that first impression. I'm going to go over a couple of things with you over just a couple of minutes. Some of them are going to seem obvious. Some of them maybe are going to go in a direction that you weren't aware of. I'll tell you number one thing to create. I'm in my office right now this morning. The number one way, and I apologize about the echo here, but the number one way to have a positive impression is when they come into the office. My front door's locked. I don't even have a key to the front door. My staff does. But when they come in the office, you want it to be, you ready? You want it to be clean. One of the things I can share with you is that you want your office, like if you look at our sign, if you look at our landscaping, if you look at the cleanliness of the office, like everything looks great. One of the things I know is that as a chiropractor, we're going to be judged unfairly. And life is not fair, as my dad always said, right? But we're going to be judged unfairly. So knowing you're going to be judged unfairly, my advice to you is be 10 times better than anybody else. Be 10 times cleaner. Be 10 times more organized. 10 times more professional. Make everything that much nicer. And what it does is not only does it make you feel better, not only does it make them great, it gives them a really great impression of the office. So when you look here, you got a beautiful video, right? Look at what the front door says, right? You are awesome. I know it's backwards there. You're awesome. So, hey, when they walk into the office first thing, guess what? They're awesome. They're told right now, you're awesome. You're somebody special. You're somebody we care about. Number two. So we're clean. We're organized. The office is looking beautiful. That's going to be that first impression. Subconsciously, they don't even know they're thinking that. But if you go into some office that's obscure, that's down the road, and the landscaping looks terrible, and the driveway looks terrible, and it just doesn't look kept, why would you want to go there? Like, it may be the greatest, kindest doctor, best husband and wife in there, whatever, but you immediately go, well, this place doesn't look very good, or this place doesn't look very professional. So that's really important. Another thing, you got to make sure your office is well lit and bright. I've heard many times you go into some place and it's dark, and I don't mean just chiropractor. It looks dark. Life brings light. So you want it to be bright. You want to have a lot of windows. You want the place to look bright. And wow, this is a place of healing. This is a place of action. This is a place of happiness. It immediately gives them a really good sense of what's going on. And now let's get into a couple of logistical things, right? When they walk in and they're new to your office, they are new to your practice. They have never been there before. Let me tell you something. Number one, you should know they're new. You should know their name. The whole staff should know their name, that somebody new, Joe Borio, is walking in at 12 o'clock as a new practice member. They should know that. That's critical information. So when that person comes walking in, they're deer in the headlights. They've never been in your office before. Think about how courageous that is. They don't know anybody in your office, right? So they're walking into a party, if you will, and they don't know anybody. And in most cases, if you walk into a party, you're going to go to the bar and get some liquid courage, right? But in this situation, there's no bar, or at least not in our office, right? So what we're going to do here is we want to know their name. So when they come in and they come in at noon, how great is it that the whole staff knows it's Joe Borio? Hey, you must be Joe Borio. Hey, you must be Joe Borio. So that immediately creates, wow, these people are organized. they know me, they trust me, they were expecting me. That immediately makes you feel wonderful when, just think of that, when you walk in and have that sense of an experience. Interesting, when you study Starbucks and the success of Starbucks, it wasn't their coffee or their organization. It was the fact that the barista was trained to know their name and to know the order. So think about that. The initial success of Starbucks was the barista was taught to know everybody's name and how important it was, and to know everybody's drink. So when they come walking in your office and you're like, hey, you must be Joe, and everybody in the office knows Joe Borio's coming in at noon, that immediately makes me feel great. I don't feel uncomfortable. I feel like they already know me. I feel connected. What a wonderful first impression that is. I also want to make sure that the person up front that engages with me is hopefully the person that took my initial phone call. That immediately has anchoring. That immediately has that person going, oh yeah, I already talked to you. Oh, so hi, you must be Joe Borio. Yeah, hi, I'm Heather. I took your call today. Oh, hi, Heather. God, it was so nice to finally meet you. I was looking forward to it today. I know you're not doing so well, maybe they are. Did you have any difficulty finding the office? Yeah, great. Did you get a chance to go to the website and download some of our paperwork and get that filled out? Oh, you did? Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. Great. Oh, you didn't? Not a problem at all. Here's the paperwork. Come right with me. I never would ever in a million years, point to a chair for somebody to go sit. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds simple. People are looking for the magic of why I was able to see hundreds and hundreds of people in a day. And I'm going to tell you why. I would never do that. My staff will walk out from behind the counter to introduce themselves and walk over. So yeah, they might shake their hand over the counter, but now they're going to walk around the counter to meet them in order to have them have a seat and start taking care of them. That is just huge. And some of you will hear me, and some of you will say, well, that really makes a lot of sense, and some of you are going to miss it. But I'm telling you, taking those few extra moments and loving them up when they walk in your office, life-changing. I'm telling you, it's absolutely life-changing. And there's so many more other things. Making sure you have a uniform, making sure you're well scripted, having the office clean, not cluttered when they walk in, making the office look really clean and professional and organized on the inside as well as on the outside. So guys, there's a million other things to do. We work off 110 training, a bullet point here in Chiropassion Consulting in our training program as your coach, as your mentor. And there's so much I want to share with you. I know a lot of times in my videos I start rambling on because I get so excited. I want to share so much with you guys, and I want you all to have that love and appreciation and excitement and enthusiasm to take care of people as a chiropractor. You know, I come in the morning, I put my shirt on. I feel like Superman, you know, in the phone booth. I know I'm dating myself, but you know, he used to go in the phone booth and put his cape on and go, okay, now I'm superhero. You know, and I'm ready to go. And I feel that way every time I come in the office. Every day I put my uniform on. I feel like, wow, you know what? I'm putting my superhero cape on, and I'm always enthusiastic and excited to share stuff with you guys. So listen, I would love for you to learn more about Chiropassion Consulting. I would love for you to learn more about who I am and what I do and why I do it. I would love to introduce you to our phenomenal group of docs out there. I've had some docs in my history going to college. They're not chiropractors anymore. You know, they got into chiropractic and they really struggled, unfortunately, and they left the profession. And you start looking at some of the numbers and it really scares you. And then I've had some other doctors that are in practice and they're doing okay, right? I have some other docs that are doing really well, but they just want to do better, or they want to make it easier. They feel like they're working so hard. I got a couple docs that join our program and they see tons of people and they help tons of people, but they're there 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night sometimes doing notes and doing records and, you know, and not really living a simple life and not having a lot of fun in practice. And I don't want that. I want you to be busier and make things simple. I don't want you to be busier and make things harder. So I want to share that with you and teach that to you as well. So hit the link above, hit the link below. Register a free coaching call. They're 30 minutes. with me. Love to learn a little bit more about you and hear your story and why you're a chiropractor, as well as introduce you to Chiropassion Consulting and introduce you to our group. We've got a couple of programs too. So some docs out there financially, if that's a concern, we've got some monthly programs. They're really easy, pretty simple, easy and affordable. We've got an elite program. I've got some other docs that are like, Doc, I want to take on the world. I want to drink the Borio Kool-Aid. I want to do everything you're teaching us to do. You could join the elite program. That's more expensive. It certainly requires more accountability, more attention. I've had other people join the mastery program, and as they got more successful and they grew, they jumped up to the elite program. That's great. We've got several events throughout the year. We do weekly webinars. We do CA training every 2 weeks. We have a CA training call. We've got an archive of 700 plus training videos. So if you want to learn how to lay out your office, if you want to learn how to hire a CA, if you want to learn how to train your staff, if you want to learn how to be financially wealthy, I'm telling you, there isn't a topic that you're going to have a challenge with in my 30 years that I haven't done a video on to help you out. And then it's something that we could train on and talk about. So again, guys, love to have you part of Chiropassion Consulting. Check us out. Reach out to me directly in any means that you want. Love to get on a call with you guys and be part of your chiropractic journey. I'd love to be part of that chiropractic journey. All right, guys, love and appreciate you. Get to the office. Kick some ass today. Have some fun. Talk some tick. Reduce subluxation, get people's lives better, be a superhero and be the hero of your story, but not only that, be the hero of their story as a chiropractor. All right, guys, love and appreciate you. Talk to you soon.